Oh my goodness. Such a good workout today. This kid is on about a 3-minute plank now. She is trying to break the world record. You gonna do it, Abby? Elizabeth's the one that got this whole thing started, what, like 2 months ago at this point?
Yeah, this is going on 2 months.
How you feeling?
Good.
I feel like I've gained a lot of muscle and lost some fat.
One of us has. No, it's been good.
Yeah.
Good.
I would suggest, if you're cooped up in the house for a couple weeks, find something to do. Find something to keep yourself physically fit and to it makes you a little bit less stir crazy. Another thing to beat the boredom is gardening. I don't know if you've started gardening ever, but man, this would be a great year to do that. You might remember in the last video, we planted these out. I don't see no sprouts yet. It's been about 8 days or so. The problem is that it's literally rained every single day. I haven't had to water them since the first day, and it's rained heavily some days, so my seeds, I don't know, they may be drowned. Also took last week and closed off the garden from the chickens. They're no longer allowed. And then we gave them some extra fresh grass out here. Also moved my compost bin to what will hopefully be a future garden here. Hopefully I'll have 3 more rows on each side of this row of trees. And then the old compost bin was here and got a lot of nice dark dirt there now. My soil here when I started was just, a 1/4 inch of soil and then just solid clay. And so to have any kind of soil, even a little patch like that here, is a little garden miracle. Cool little green eggs. We've never really had the bluish green eggs, but we got some Easter eggers when we got baby chicks last year, and they are laying full time. We're getting lots and lots of eggs, and we're still a couple months away from peak egg season, so that's pretty great. Hopefully we'll get in the garden to plant our second round of seeds, but yeah, gotta do some work first. Just got a message from our construction company. They're going to, I guess, do the roof on the garage that the church purchased. So we're going to make sure they have everything they need to get started. Try to maintain our social distancing, even amongst progress. These guys are already moving right along. Getting their boards for the new metal roof up there. So we'll have new roof on both sides here, and then in the middle. The middle is our bigger concern because it has a pretty significant leak in it, so I'm glad we're getting that taken care of. Got the nice blue happening. Should look good when it's done. And we're planning to paint it gray here in the late spring, hopefully before summer's serve, and this whole property will look totally different by then. Was not expecting to hear from them and for them to be working, but that's a pleasant surprise today. Still getting a little progress in Kittanning even with the shutdown. I do see a lot of people that are, staying at home that are doing home projects too. So it'll be interesting to see after this is all over what will be the, I think people are going to be really itching to get out. So we'll see what kind of momentum that creates as we move forward. But as of right now, obviously still trying to stay away from as many people as possible. We've eliminated all gatherings of more than 10 people. Trying to maintain social distancing, which for me is very difficult because I'm a handshaker and I'm a hugger. That's just who I am as a person. So big adjustment for me. It's one of the most bizarre feelings to walk into my office and then lock the door behind me. It's really, really weird. Always washing hands. Constantly washing hands. Back to a Daniel Fast style diet. Got oatmeal in the morning, rice and vegetables at lunchtime. Very exciting. Also have salad and one treat. I made 96 chocolate zucchini muffins, and so got a couple of those with me today as well. You get bored at home, so I don't know how many, that was 4 batches of muffins. And I still have so much zucchini from last year. It's obnoxious. It's my muffins. So good. Just saw the first case of coronavirus has been confirmed in Armstrong County. I'm sure it's not even remotely close to the first case in Armstrong County, but first confirmed is officially here. I think we all kind of knew that was coming, but you know, it's real now. I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, with all of this craziness going on, why am I even at work? What am I actually doing? Well, we are on the list of essential businesses. We're just not allowed to do face-to-face contact with the public. As you can imagine, people still have to travel to get to the grocery store, all of that kind of stuff. And when travel happens, accidents happen, so people still need to have their insurance going. Not to mention, we also do banking. We also do some investing with people, and it is it's certainly an interesting time for people with investments as well. Obviously, not going to go into huge detail on all of that, but we have some customers that still put payments in the Dropbox. We have people calling in all the time. My 2 employees are working from home as of right now, and I just come in to handle the extra things that happen at the office here while still trying to maintain all of our social distancing practices and be in compliance with the orders not only from our governor, but the recommendations of the CDC and our president. This is lunch. It's weird to you try to start thinking in survival terminology, and these are all things that grow in my garden. So I have peas in there, which I already planted, kale, which I already planted, and asparagus, which will be coming up here over the next couple weeks. And I'm already kind of mentally, oh, and there's eggs in here too, which I can grow in massive abundance at my house. So I'm already thinking man, if we really would have to quarantine for a couple months, I'd be okay with this meal. I'm good with that. So I don't know. It's weird how you start to think in these situations about different things, and I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit of anxiety or paranoia starts to set in, but it's probably good that we would take this time and start to think in these ways. Even, I don't know how bad this coronavirus thing is going to get. But my assumption is it's going to get significantly worse than it is now. And then there's always the possibility down the road that we'll experience something, totally beyond even this situation. So I don't know. It's one of those interesting things. Probably good to start thinking that way a little bit. Not in a fearful way, but just in a preparing way. Be wise. Plus, it's amazing, healthy, nutritious food. We should be thinking about this anyway. Sorry, lots of free time today, so I got lots of time to talk to you. Another thing that I've been testing out and trying to do is using the power of social media to begin to figure out how we can mobilize as people to help each other if this thing does continue to accelerate in the way that it looks to be doing. And so putting out a couple feelers. I've just put some posts on the Greatest City in the World Facebook page. If you're not connected to that, go over and get connected to it, if for no other reason than to participate in these tests as we move forward. So what I put out there was just if anyone needed anything. Obviously there's some food shortages, there's some different things happening in that respect. There's people out of work, and so I just wanted to make sure that, if somebody needed something, if we could fulfill that need, then we would go ahead and do that. Well, I had a couple people reach out to me saying they were in need of food, and then at the same time, I had someone else reach out to me and say they had an abundance of extra food. So they brought me a whole bunch of stuff. I have a lot of powdered milk and some dry goods and canned goods and just a lot of really great stuff. I had one person come and get some of that stuff last week, and I'm going to put together 2 boxes for the 2 people that requested food now. One of them has transportation, so I'm going to have him come and pick up both boxes, and he'll deliver the other one for me, and we can all kind of work together and use social media in that way to kind of bring some positivity into this situation and also just be a help to our neighbor. And that's what we're called to do, love our neighbor as ourselves. All right, 2 boxes ready to go. So how many times a day are you washing your hands now? Am I odd that I'm washing them 40 times a day? The really cool thing about those food boxes is that nobody really had to do much to make that happen. See, all I did was really put up a Facebook post, and then someone saw that and they gave some food that they weren't going to use anyway, and then 3 other people just responded saying that they could possibly use some help, and lo and behold, we got the resources moved around, and now we got 3 families that have been helped in some small way. And my prayer is that those 3 positive interactions will begin to take some of the stress and anxiety out of the system and hopefully inject some hope into this entire situation again. Just know that you don't have to have a lot to be a help. If we all do a little, it adds up to a lot. So let's continue to seek creative ways that we can make a difference in the world around us as all of this is happening. If you have any different ideas, put them in the comments. If you have some ideas for me on the way that I can use this platform, I have open ears to you. I want to be able to use the influence that I have for the most good. So if you and I can partner in that, I'm more than willing to make that happen. Please reach out, please stay connected, and let's make a difference. What are you guys up to? We're going to take advantage of one of our only dry days here and plant some seeds in our victory garden. Chickens are sad. They're locked out of the garden. Come here. What'd you do? Alright, so we got another section of the garden done. You can see there's a lot of space here, so no shortage of work yet to do. But it is only March, so we don't expect to have too much done in the garden. But very happy with the progress so far. Thankful for the children, and thankful for the extra time. Thank you, Abby.
Welcome. Here too, Daddy. Don't get it.
What'd you find back there?
Yes.
Ooh, white gold. Okay, good night, chickens. You know what to do, huh? Good job, buddy. Perfect. Good work. Whoa, what'd you get? Thank you. Was that fun, buddy? You want to go down the slide? Oh. Whoa, good boy. Okay, come on, Malachi. Let's go inside. It's getting dark. Follow Joey. Great day. It's a chaotic world, but you gotta search for those little blessings every day. What are you doing, Slowpoke? You coming? Good job, big boy. Come. Yeah, big hill. Did a great job, though. You made it. Good job, buddy. You be really gentle. There you go. The big one. Here's more. Hey. Good job. Close it up. Then you wash your hands. Just keep washing your hands. Keep washing them.